Some pretty major news has just come out about 3 new commanders coming to Rise of Kingdoms and the commander swap event, which we've all been waiting to learn more about. Stick around to learn more. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. If you're new to the channel, my name's Shappy. I am a sponsored Rise of Kingdoms content creator, and today we are going to be talking all about the 3 new commanders coming to Rise of Kingdoms. The first of which is Lady Six Sky, second is Siyaj K'ak, and the third is a new commander for cavalry, Arthur Pendragon. I'm super excited. There's a lot to get into in this video, but I'm going to try and keep it as short as I possibly can to make it easily digestible and to focus on the things I think are most important. There are a lot of things that came out in this update, so we're going to focus on just the commanders themselves. First things first. Welcome, guys. If you guys haven't already, drop a like on the video. But I called it. I knew Lady Six Sky was going to be the Mayan commander. I'll pop up the video right there. I have my suspicions as to the commander on the left. I think that she's Lady Six Sky. I just knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew Lady Six Sky was going to be one of the new Mayan commanders coming to the game. There's just, it's my intuition, guys. If you haven't subscribed, these are the things you're missing out on. But let's talk about her. She's already going to be useless. So she's going to be an epic commander. She's going to come with the Mayan civilization, same as like Joan would come with France. She's an integration, gathering, and defense commander. What that means is she's probably just going to be used for gathering. I don't expect that you're going to be using an integration and defense tree for combat, especially in the early game. Kind of a bummer, if I'm going to be honest. I really wanted her to be an engineering commander because the Mayan civilization does favor engineering, as well as archers, but she doesn't get either of those buffs. It's kind of disappointing, if I'm going to be honest. She's a really cool figure historically. They talk a little bit about her here, but I don't want to dive into it because I wouldn't do it justice. All I know is she is like one of the main and only female leaders of the Mayan civilization. So, really cool. Second commander is Siyaj K'ak, and I was wrong about this. He is not who I thought he was, and that is okay. Oh well. But he is going to be the legendary commander for the Mayan civilization. And he has Archer, Conquering, and Skill Tree, which is interesting because I don't know that we have a lot of Conquering commanders today. Specifically for archers in the early game, you have YSG and then you have Tutmos. To be honest, I don't think for 90% of players, Siyaj is going to mean absolutely anything. And let me tell you why. His setup for talents is actually pretty nice. I like that he has the Conquering tree. I like that he has the skill tree. However, because he is coming with the civilization, he has to be available in the early game. What this means is for anyone who's in Season of Conquest, there needs to be a power scaling, which means he's not going to be all that good, right? Look at Tutmos, look at Pyrrhus. They're not meta in Season of Conquest. The other thing that makes me a little bit nervous about him is this Conquering tree. So specifically because when you look at commanders in the early game with the Conquering tree, they typically are sacrificing one of their core skills to be conquering, which means that the other 3 skills are probably going to be focused on something else. Usually you have a buffing skill, so that's like defense, attack, or health. Your first skill is probably going to be skill damage. He has the skill tree, so obviously it's going to be skill damage. And then you probably have a 4th skill that's maybe a buff to your other marches or a buff to your commander or an occasional heal. I don't think he's going to be meta. He's just coming to the game, which is cool. I'm excited about the Writer of History bundle that I'm going to get, which gives me free gold heads to invest in Arthur, who is potentially the most exciting commander that is coming in this release. So let's talk about him. Arthur is a new commander that we're getting for free. Now, he is coming to the game on January 10th, 2025. And he's going to be having this King's Trials event from the 10th to the 23rd. This means you have, as of making this video, like 11 days to save up gold heads for him. And I expect that he is going to be meta, which is super exciting. Now, the other thing with Arthur specifically, he is going to be recruited from the Wheel of Fortune. So he's a wheel commander, What this also means, and what it tells me off the bat, is he's probably going to be a field specialist, which we love. Now, the other thing with Arthur specifically is he is a Season of Conquest commander. One of the things they call out here is if you are not in Season of Conquest yet, you can get Siyaj K'ak through King's Trials, which I know, I'm sorry guys, he's a new commander, he's exciting anyways. Personally, I'm more excited about Arthur, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who are you more excited about? So that's when we're getting Arthur. Now, what does Arthur actually look like? Well, he is a cavalry commander with a versatility talent tree. Versatility is kind of meh. And a combo talent tree. There's a new talent tree coming to Rise of Kingdoms, and it is combo attack. And I have to give it to him. Chiskel, you were right. You and Chadsky said it was going to be combo attack. And personally, you know what I've been doing? I have been saving up all of my different armament chests in case that they release a new commander that played into one of these. If you guys haven't done that, you probably should, especially if you already have good 5 marches with your setup already. You know they're going to change up the meta. Why not just save up the chests and use them on the new formation when you want to? So, combo attack. They've also told us that he is what they refer to as a dual damage commander. He is skill damage and he is combo attack, which means, I'm sorry everyone, Attila is dead. It's over. We're putting him in the grave. We'll have a ceremony. Chadsky will be there. I'll be there. It's over, guys. But this is really exciting because we needed a new talent tree. I said that in the video with Gaines, that talent trees are one of the most exciting aspects of the game, and they really haven't utilized them effectively. We had the Smite talent tree, which was a huge deal, but since that we haven't had anything. Combo attack is going to be that. Now, the other thing that I really like about the combo attack mechanic specifically is combo attack tends to work a little bit like instant proc, right? It's a 10% chance to deal combo attack damage. At least that's how it works today in game with Luce, and that is his instant proc damage. If that's the case with Arthur, you're looking at a commander who could be really viable in a murder ball situation. One of the things that I have noticed specifically is there are commanders that do exceptionally well in murder balls because of their instant proc damage. Luce Alex is a great example. Or there are commanders that deal a lot of damage, right? You have Zug with Hermit. That deals a lot of damage. The problem is with that pair, you have to wait for your primary skill to trigger and get at least 1 or 2 skill cycles in order to trade positive. Whereas with Luce Alex, you only have to make contact and odds are pretty good. You will trade positive. Arthur is going to give us that with his combo attack damage. Now, I'm curious how this talent tree is going to look. And again, if you guys haven't already, do hit that subscribe button because I am going to break it down as soon as I see it. But I'm really excited about this. King Arthur is a major historical figure. I'm surprised he hasn't been in the game already. And he's going to be a wheel commander that's going to be viable in the field for everyone, which is huge. Thank you, Lilith. Now, the question you may be asking is who can you pair him with? I think it's too soon to say. We're going to find out in about 10 days. And we actually get to test him. So we're going to get to test out an Expertise King Arthur on January 10th, the day he's released. And I'm really excited about that because this allows us to go through and do what we did with Ragnar to see if he's going to be meta before we actually use him. Now, there's also a big question of, is this one of 2 new cavalry commanders we're getting? Because typically we go in 2s, right? You have your 2 new commanders that are coming from Maya. You have your 2 new siege commanders. Are we getting a second cavalry commander that's going to be released within the next 3 days? I think probably. So stick around because there's going to be a video on it. But we get to try him out. I will probably be doing a testing of him because, again, I think he's going to be super viable in the field. I'm excited about him. Now, the question is going to be who can you pair him with and does he work with an artifact? So I think that he probably will work really well with an artifact. It's combo attack damage, but you're not going to want to put him with Luce because Luce is not dealing skill damage, she's dealing smite damage. So if you use him with an artifact, where does he go? Maybe behind Ashurbanipal? I really don't know. To be honest, I'm more excited to look at him with Nevsky because William has been viable for way too long, and this combo attack damage could be a nice offset to William's instant proc damage. So I'm excited about it. I think that King Arthur is going to be meta. I think you're probably going to put him with Nevsky. Maybe you'll put him with Huo, and you'll put Nevsky with Joan again. You have to subscribe to find out. We will be going through and testing it. I'm super excited. And last but not least, the most exciting news, commander swaps. So you guys may remember seeing this graphic. And I want to clear up a lot here because I've had a lot of people come to me saying, Shabby, what do you mean you're going to do 2 swaps? Here's the thing. You get 2 swaps. 2 swaps for commanders. Even in the legacy graphic, they said 2 swaps. It may cost something. I've said before, I think it's going to cost about 10,000 gems. But a lot of people fixated on this image for a couple reasons. First, Genghis Khan is a cavalry commander. And they looked at Genghis Khan and they looked at Ho Chi Minh and they said, oh, it's only going to be same unit types. Wrong. Here's the latest graphic. It's Charles Martel swapping to Ho Chi Minh. But what's more interesting here is I had this suspicion that they were only going to allow you to swap for other commanders that required gold heads. Wheel commanders and MGE commanders. But Charles Martel is a gold key commander, which means you're essentially getting 2 free max commanders. Because if you have a Season of Conquest account, odds are decently high that you have enough gold heads to re-expertise Charles Martel immediately after swapping for him. So you can swap for whoever you want. In this instance, they're swapping for Ho Chi Minh. And then you can max the commander as well. We also got a timeline. It's January. And it will be tested in certain kingdoms before being launched for all kingdoms. I think this is going to be coming probably on the 23rd. I think it's probably coming on the 23rd of January because that's when this King Arthur event ends, and I don't think they're going to want to have 2 exciting events going on at the same time. So I think right after January 23rd, the commander swap will go live. You get 2 swaps. If you're in Season of Conquest, then that's what you're going to do. If you're in Season 2, we found out that you will actually be swapping 7 days before the end of Season 2, which means you're not really swapping for Season Conquest commanders in Season 2, which I think is a bummer. We'll have to see how that actually plays out, but I do think this gives a mega advantage to older kingdoms instead of newer kingdoms, which is a shame. I would have liked to have seen this be where you could choose a commander from Season of Conquest and instantly max them. That brings you into the meta. We'll see. But the other thing that I want to call out here, and this is really, really important. Ho Chi Minh has now been added to the tavern. My suspicion from day one was that they are only going to let you swap for commanders that are in the tavern. I still don't have an answer to that. I think that that may be the case, which if so would be really crummy. I would be really bummed about it because I was really hoping to swap for Ragnar, and he is not coming to tavern. But I just want to call that out to temper everyone's expectations. I don't think this is a free gold card to go max any commander you want. The other thing that I'll call out, gold key commanders are allowed. I think when they talk about the commander limitations, they are specifically talking about gathering commanders. You're not going to be swapping Sun Diak for Ho Chi Minh. You're not going to be swapping Sun Diak for YSS. So I think there's some good news here. I think we have a little bit of a better idea about timeline. I think we can clear up that it's 2 swaps, so you get 2 commanders. I think that we can also clear up the fact that you can use gold key commanders, which I think is really exciting. If you guys have enjoyed this video, drop a like, and of course, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button. Again, that's right over there, bottom right-hand corner. Only 19% of you are subscribed. Join the Shappy Squad. Thank you all. Shappy out.